All right, good morning, or I guess afternoonish, really. We got our first rain with the shop. They finished up everything but this 6x8 yesterday. They haven't been back yet since, I guess the door hasn't arrived yet, so I guess as soon as that door arrives, they'll drive up and finish this little door. Last night, I was in here pretty late. We've got, I went ahead and mounted the panel. I've put, these are the electrical boxes I bought. And they came with these little brackets where I could screw them into the side. And what's nice about that is if I ever run like a piece of plywood, this thing will be sticking out pretty much perfect for it. So I've pretty much got one of those on every other one of these pillars here, all the way around. And then what I did is we have 10 lights, so I'm going to run 5 down each side, and it's 40 feet wide, so that's 13 foot 3 inches. And then I went and put a box, and then I had to install these little J hooks next to each box where the light will hang from, and then we'll just plug the light into the box there. And I put a box on every other one of those rafters for the lights. And then I kind of, I've got my ceiling fan boxes drilled and hanging there. And what I did with those is I just kind of tried to line up those with like the middle of the door and kind of to just the front side of it. So we've got one fan there, and we've got one fan there. Went and picked up my wire today. I've got that, and I've got my 6'2" wire for the welder. And I think what we're going to do with that is we're going to run that wire from the panel box all the way around. And I think right over here, I'm going to make this section here my welding section with my plasma cutter and my welder. And what I'll probably do is put 2 different outlets for that. And then I ordered a air hose kit for a shop. I went with a 3/4. Comes with 300 feet and a bunch of different fittings. So we're gonna put the air compressor there. So what we'll do is we'll run that air hose over, and then we'll split it off, and we'll have freaking air connections everywhere. And I'm hoping I have enough hose to run it from this air compressor, because what I had before is PVC from my air compressor buried out to here, because I've got another air hose spool out here that if I need to like air up car tires or anything out here, I have that there. So I'm hoping I'll have enough left over. If not, I think I can just buy some of this hose, and we'll just probably just tee it off and run it out there. So kind of a crappy day, man. It's I tried setting my posts for my fence, so we've got a post set for that. I just have to figure out where I got to put the other post so my gate can hit this properly here. But now I'm just going to probably go ahead and run my 6'2". I'll leave them enough room so it can go down in the box and plug in, and I'm going to clip it all the way around. And then if I get done with that, I'll probably just start pulling some of this 12-2 that we're going to use on the boxes. We had to get, I bought a 4-gang box over here. Because I want one for the lights, one for the fans, and then I want to put some vents up in here, and I figure I just have 2 more or 1 more for maybe an outdoor light here or whatever. I wanted room to grow on that. Let's see, what else have we done? Yeah, so we'll be able to walk through either this door or the other door and turn the lights on. So we had to get 3-way switches for that. He's gonna bring, I think he said 14 3-wire is what they use when you do something like that. Listen to that rain. All right, yeah, well, that's pretty much what's going on right now. See how much we can get done. Today is Thursday. Yeah, Thursday. And the electrician won't be here till Saturday. So the more I can get done, the faster we can get that done. Like I said, this lift and the forklift have to go back Monday morning. So while I was at Home Depot, I meant to look at some gutters. I got to throw some gutters on the front of this because it's just going to be a sloppy mess out here. The back won't be an issue because it'll just run off and out into this creek here. I mean, I don't know if it'll eventually wash all our dirt away or not. Yeah, you can see it's kind of dripping down there, huh? Maybe I'll put gravel back here, because I don't think this would be fun to put a gutter on. Anyways, that's what we're doing today. So I don't know, I'll probably check back with you guys in a bit and show you guys how it's coming. And hopefully we'll have some lights in here Saturday. All right, good morning. It's been a few days. We've been hard at work here. We've got we got the electrician coming today. We've got Mason's gonna come over today because we got to move the air compressor in. We've got to move the car lift in, and I want to use the forklift while it's here to move any of this heavy stuff in. I pretty much went around and installed all the boxes and pulled all the wire to all the boxes, all up top. I don't think the fans are going to make it here before I have to take this back. It's a complete pain in the butt trying to track these things. They want you to download apps and whatever. Got the panel box in, all the wires in, and I went ahead and wired that. I'll let him check it out when he gets here. Got our wire coming into the building done. Yeah, this is it though. They've got to come replace this door, and they've got to come replace the back door. For whatever reason, these doors aren't closing right. I think all they are is mobile home doors, honestly. But once you open it, I think they messed up. See, these come pre-built. The guys don't even have to put these striker plates on or anything. And you can see that striker plate is not straight. So I think the bottom side needs to kick out more maybe. But it just doesn't close. You have to like slam the snot out of it. Yeah. Anyways, they're gonna come. I think they're coming today. This door and the back door is the same way. This door right here works perfect. And I think it's because this striker plate was installed pretty much perfect. I feel like this hole right here might be a little deeper on this one too. Let's go look. Well, good morning, Peppers. What you think of your big kitty house? Oh, I got me a post set. Got my post set here. I haven't set this post here yet because when I set this post, it started raining like crazy that day. So I don't know, man. That just doesn't seem as deep. It's like I need to come in here with a drill bit and kind of waller this metal out too, because that's not very much for that thing to catch on. You know, that's why like mobile homes and stuff always get broken into with like credit cards and stuff, because it's super easy to stick a card or something in there and get it open. Anyways, I'm starting to work on the air compressor airlines. I want to use this lift before he gets here as much as possible. and I'll have it Sunday. He seems to think we can get this whole thing knocked out today. Hey, you guys better not be fighting. So, seems like a lot to this. There's a lot of tedious taking these clips apart, and then I gotta, it came with wood screws. I guess they didn't think that you'd be putting this in a metal building. So I've got these Phillips head tech screws that I used on the boxes all the way around. I hope is gonna work. But we got her set up here. Air compressor is gonna go here. So my airport, I believe will be on this side. So I'll run it up this side, down and around, and then we'll probably tee it off. I don't know. I mean, I've got these big air hose spools, so I don't know how much of this hose I actually need to. You know, a lot of times you see a shop, it'll come down and it'll tee, and they'll put a couple of different ports. I know I need a port for my plasma cutter. And it would just be nice to have a couple of airports or whatever. I don't know. Who knows? All right, well, let me get to work here.
Oh.
Nice.
It's
bright, huh?
yeah.
You better keep your sunglasses on. Yeah, that looks good.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, that's gonna work.
Maybe 10 more. Run some on the outsides here. On that side, I got some of those tube lights that I had in my last shot.
Because if you got ones coming from the sides,
Yeah.
there's like no shadows.
I do have those big long tube lights I could actually put on these walls.
Yep.
All right, it's Sunday. We got all the lights done yesterday. We got the car lift. It's not bolted down yet. I got to get my hammer drill out of the container so we can bolt this thing down, and then I got to finish wiring this thing up. This place is an absolute mess. These lights look fantastic at night. It's so bright in here. We've got to take this lift and the forklift back tomorrow. The big bummer is my fans never showed up. I haven't even got a tracking yet, and they said that they should have been here between Thursday and Monday. It's like if I had a tracking and I know that they would be here Monday, I would go ahead and keep this thing for one more day because they're massive fans. Anyways, what we got to do today is back this container up. So, got to figure that out. I got to figure out how we're going to do that. I'm going to try to fix my neighbor's stumps from the hurricane before we take this thing back. The thing is, once I back this trailer up, I need to make sure I can get this forklift in and out. And I don't know if that's going to be the case, so I might have to get the forklift and that lift on that side over there before we back this container up. Yeah, we got our airlines. We started running our airlines. It's kind of tough to run that stuff because it's got like a thin piece of metal along that, so you have to kind of bend it where you want it while also trying to like drag a 300-foot roll around. So basically we're going to run it from the air compressor over here, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to 90 it up and then 90 it over to a filter system that I have, and then we'll 90 it up from there. Actually, I need to I probably need to put another air fitting over here somehow. Anyways, that way I can put like a air hose spool over there. Anyways, we ran it over here and then we teed it off here. I'm gonna probably run this down. We'll put an air chuck down this way somewhere. We're running one down. I'm teeing it off here again. We're gonna run it down. This is gonna be for the plasma cutter, and then I'll probably just run down and tee off a couple more places. But we've done the hard part with the lift, so we can take the lift back. I can reach all that with a ladder. Still got to get the Mustang moved in here. Man, I can't believe my car lift is set up in here. I've had this thing for probably almost 5 years, just sitting underneath the carport out there, just dreaming one day that I'll get to use this thing. And here we are today. I've got to replace that hose. When I went and bought it and picked it up, we used my dad's little trailer, and we put it on my dad's little trailer, and we didn't realize the hose was hanging off the trailer and it would drag every once in a while. So we got to get a new hose made up for there. It looks like they put transmission fluid in this thing because it's a red fluid. When we tilted it over, some of it spilled out. Some of it's going to spill out when we replace that hose. So we're going to have to re-top that thing off. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Then we're going to start bringing our toolboxes in and building our benches over here. I'm pumped. It's looking so good in here. All right, well, guess we need to get this thing out of here. Back this trailer up. really, we got to go get the ramps from the step deck to set it up to start unloading this thing. That door is just absolutely massive.
What?
The shop door,
Yes.
14 by 14 is massive. All right, well, I guess what, I really want to go get the step deck and load this forklift up, but I want to see what my neighbor wants to do about that stump first. I mean, if this 6x8 door was on the back, we would just carry it to the back here and dump it in the creek. But we can't do that because it won't fit through that door. I don't know what to do about all this. It's just a freaking mess. I don't know. Well, guess we'll wait till the neighbor gets home, figure out what Bobby wants to do, and woke up this morning, cut off all the zip ties that we had with the wiring. I gotta wire this up. There's still so much to do. So much to do. Oh, they broke my broom, so I gotta get a new broom. Like, what's wrong with these people? They just like break stuff and just like, they tried to hide it underneath of a trash pile. It's like, I know it was a good broom. Look at this mess that we gotta get out. I'm excited. Are you excited?
I mean, it'll be nice to have all this stuff out of here so you can take this container back and
I know.
not be in our yard anymore.
Every time we need something, I'm like, oh, it's in the container. Ugh, it's in the container.
I'm just tired of it being here.
The container?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So today we pulled my neighbor's stump out. We loaded the forklift and the scissor lift back up. We backed the container up into the shop and we got it unloaded. So you're about to see what a container worth of my junk looks like in a brand new shop. Boom. We have stuff everywhere. Man, Lita and Nate and Nate's girlfriend busted their butt and got this thing unloaded. So now we have a lot of sorting to do. Container is completely empty. Look at that. So we'll probably be taking this thing back tomorrow. And then I took some of my old shelves, kind of propped it up to kind of see what it looks like. Now these workbenches weren't even close to these shelves, but now that they're close to the shelves, or to the ones that we made, they're a little bit taller. So I don't know if I'm gonna cut these legs down or if I'll go ahead and leave it the way it is. But what I'm thinking about doing is holding up where it needs to go, and then I'll notch this board out. And then what I'll probably do is take a 2x4 and get some self-tapping screws and self-tap a 2x4 coming this way, and then slide this in and then self-tap that 2x4 to this, and then we'll screw this to the 2x4. I'll have that 2x4 come all the way out to the back side of this, and that should be pretty sturdy. A big issue that we're running into is, one, we went up to go get plywood, and I forgot how expensive plywood is, but it's 5 feet between each of these. So if I stuck a piece of plywood on here, the joint is always gonna fall midways. So what I thought about doing with that is just taking a 2x4 and backing up the two pieces and then just screwing it down like that. But I don't know, but I want to take and put workbench or Rona. We still have all those toolboxes we got to move in here. I still have all my toolboxes that I got to move in here. But I got to figure out where I want everything, and then I'm going to build a workbench all the way around. Like I said, this will be the welding station. I'm going to try to keep this area kind of over here clear, because if there's a storm or something, we got to back the RV in here, or we'll be working on the semi-truck over here. I think I showed you guys the lift. I think this is where the lift is going to be. Just got to take some measurements on like Lita's car. I want to be able to roll this door down with the car still on the lift. I mean, that looks like it's plenty of room. I got on the forums, and a lot of people were suggesting 13 foot from the door, and then that gives you plenty of room in front of the car. So this is 13 foot from that door, and it's completely centered in that door. So I've already like shimmed it up and leveled it up. Where it is right now, if we're happy with that, I'll just I bought this this kit from Amazon for car lifts, and it comes with all these anchors as well as a bunch of different size shims. And if your floor is unlevel, you can just kind of stick some shims under there. This side was absolutely perfect. This side here, we had to stick a couple of shims under just to make sure it's nice and level, because you don't want to lift your car way up in the air if it's a little bit out of level, and it's always putting stress on it. Still have to wire that up still, but this is what it looks like, man. We've got a lot of sorting to do. I want to go get some heavier duty shelves to kind of stack the generators on, and to kind of deal with all this. But I'm beat for today, man. I don't know if I'll do anything else. I don't know if I showed you guys this too, but before we took the scissor lift back, we ran blue airline, our 3/4 inch airline. I ran it from one side of the shop all the way to the other, so we can take it off, and I can get that with a ladder. We found the electrical cord, or the wire that we used for the air compressor before, so I can wire that up. Found my air filter kit, and man, there's just so much to do still. I can't believe the shop's built though. I can't believe the containers unloaded. We're knocking things out. So anyways, that's the shop. Let me go drink a beer and get ready for dinner. All right, so it's been a few days since I talked to you. We hauled the 40-foot container back, and just been slowly working on this shop, man. It's a little overwhelming. I got some boards hung up back here so we can hang our peg boards and hang up different things like that. We got the lift bolted down. Haven't lifted a car yet because I did that at like 1:30 this morning. Just trying to go through and organize stuff. It is still an absolute mess. I still haven't decided on what metal shelves to buy. Honestly, I've been scouring Facebook Marketplace. You know those big heavy duty metal ones that we've hauled? I wouldn't mind having like a section of that over there. That way I can place like some heavy stuff up there. Engine blocks, transmissions, stuff like that. But this is pretty much what it looks like right now. I've been cutting up this plywood. I couldn't decide how to hang this wood, and I ultimately decided to go inside of this. Because this wall wouldn't be so bad if I went on the outside of this, but if I went on the outside of this, we would lose. I think this is 10.5 inches. I would lose all that space. Plus I notched all my benches around it, and I'd have lost all that space. I'm gonna run another like a 1x6 along the bottom, so we can't lose stuff like back behind it. But this is where it sets. I'm trying to set this car lift up for the first time, putting all the arms and everything back on. That's what I'm working on right now. And then Oh yeah, we got that wired up and got that working. So that's going. Little noisy, but I don't know. I've never had a car lift. Maybe that's normal. So I got to stick all the arms back on here. Lita's a little nervous about using her car. Basically what I did was I brought in all my vehicles, well, all our vehicles, meaning the hearse and the Ford, just to make sure where we have this place, the door can still closed. So these are our longest vehicles, the hearse and the Ford, and it fits good with the door still. So this is pretty much where we're at. I got a bunch more 2x4s and a bunch more. Man, plywood is expensive. So I bought that particle board because that particle board was only $15 a sheet, where plywood is like $50 a sheet now. And I still have all the plywood that we used with the concrete trucks. So we're gonna use that. I'll extend these benches. I'll probably extend these benches all the way down to where this black toolbox is. And I still haven't decided where to put my toolboxes. I've moved them around, trying to figure out the best place to put these. And just these tool carts are just a little funky with the handles and all. Honestly, I'm thinking about parking the tool carts next to this car lift. And then I'd like to get one of those nice big fancy toolboxes because I have a bunch of tools. And then I've been looking for a welding table to go over here. Gosh, there's just so much going on, honestly. It's overwhelming. So anyways, I got to finish putting this car lift together. Then I want to get underneath this thing and see. I watched a bunch of videos on using a car lift. As crazy as that sounds, I've never used a car lift before. So I watched a bunch of videos on the proper way to basically do this. Lita wants to use the Fiero for the first time lifting, but I think her car will be okay. I don't know. I guess we'll see. You're supposed to just like lift it off the ground a couple inches and then try to rock the car and make sure it's nice and stable. Oh, we had to buy a battery for this thing too. I don't know if I told you guys that. We had to buy a battery for this thing because the battery went out on it the other day. The cheapest battery we could get for this thing was $200. She's been out here putting her little license plate on and everything. She's so cute. So anyways, I got a bunch of the airlines hooked up too. I got the filter on, got all the elbows. I need to split it off one more time right here because I want to put another air nozzle here. And it's right. I got it running down and over. I've got the plasma cutter one hooked up completely. It's completely hooked up with a little block down here. Probably run one more over here and then elbow it down somewhere. Run that one over and elbow it down somewhere too. What's nice about this system is I can come back and add on. I can add more T's and do whatever I want to do. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. You guys haven't seen the shop video yet. I think I'm one video away from you guys seeing the shop video. I've been fighting with YouTube. On my last video that I uploaded, I added music in, and then I went to upload the video, and then they demonetized the video because that day they removed that song from the YouTube playlist and that I could no longer use it. So, oh, I got a new hose made for this thing too. Because when I bought this thing and loaded this thing up, we didn't realize the hose was like barely hanging off the back of, I borrowed my dad's trailer when we hauled this. And every time we'd hit a bump, that hose would touch and ended up wearing a hole through the hose. So that hose was like $150 to have made. I don't know. Everything's just so freaking expensive. All right, well, let me finish putting this car lift back together. And then if I can talk Lita into letting me lift her car for the first car, then we'll film that as well.
What does that mean?
I have it running on 110 right now.
Oh.
Because look, it won't. Oh, no.
So what does that mean?
All right, so we had this thing running off 110 before. It had a 30 amp plug, but I thought they had that on there because it's like a twist lock. What was it, 4 years ago that we bought this?
Yeah.
I didn't unwire it. We showed up, showed us that it worked, and then he went and unhooked the panel. Evidently it is 220. So I just have my welder wire stretched over, hooked up to 220. I guess you're gonna see. See, I got everything on. Oh yeah. All right, get it off the ground about a foot. I'm gonna rock the car. Seems pretty balanced, huh?
Sure.
I love you, babies. Just remember that. Yeah, so evidently it was just maxed out, and I didn't realize it.
Yeah, I don't know how hard this thing's supposed to go.
It's that high. Yay!
Yay.
That wasn't so bad, right?
I don't know. I thought it was stuck up there.
I thought it was stuck up there. I'm just gonna do. Oh yeah, see, look.
Yeah.
Just a little too full.
Do you have a rag?
I'm looking for the cap.
Oh.
All right, well, it's been a few days. Oh, I got water running in the shop. I piled this dirt up too much. That or that seal's not sealing because of that extension cord. Well, that's not good. Anyways, I know it doesn't look like much, but I've gotten a lot done in here. I don't know if I've talked to you guys since we bolted the lift down. We bolted the lift down, we put Lita's car on it. I pulled the Ford and the hearse in here to make sure we had room. I built this table here. Built all this. Starting to slowly put some stuff away. I got some metal racks ordered that'll be in here Tuesday. I don't know exactly where I'm gonna put it. I still have to put, I'm gonna put this here, I think, and then these two bays will be for my welders with my welding table. I gotta pick up some pegboard. I put some of this wood up here. I kind of regret, I'll probably move some of these down and put pegboard on the outside of this. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't decided on that. Me and Lita were out here pretty late last night, bolting the air compressor down. I bought some of these rubber feet to kind of keep down the vibration and the noise on the floor. And then I had to drill and redhead them in. I still have to wire this up. I still have to go around and make sure all the fittings are tight. I'm gonna add one more air fitting here, and I'm gonna put one of my big spools. Man, it's really coming down out there. I need to finish up this side too. That's probably what I'm gonna be working on today, is trying to finish up this this air compressor deal, and wait for our shelves. I'll try to put as much of this stuff away too, man. It's just, it's overwhelming the amount of stuff I'm having to go through. It's a mess. Anyways, that's pretty much the update. Today's a Sunday. I just finished editing our video on the shop, and I noticed if I'm using my other camera, it does a weird flicker with these lights. So something about the hertz of the camera and how fast the LEDs flicker. Lita released a video on her channel of some stuff she did with her license plate and stuff, and her camera was really bad. So we're gonna have to get that figured out if we're gonna be doing some filming in here. This camera here seems to be doing fine. It's just my other cameras. So anyways, well, I'm going to finish up the air compressor today, and then I'm gonna try to put up as much as I can. Yeah, I think there's stuff underneath this door that's preventing it from sealing here. Oh yeah, that air hose. All right, well, let me get to work. Oh, one quick thing. I don't know if anybody watches the channel that knows anything about these lifts. I'm having an issue with some of my, so basically you have to, after you raise this thing up, it self-locks. It'll click as it goes up as a safety. But in order to lower it, you have to take this and then move it down into this slot here. And I'm having a real hard time getting it to go down in that slot. I can't really see any adjustments or anything in there. It's just really stiff. I don't know if they've just replaced, because this looks just like a normal bolt. I don't know if it's supposed to be another special kind of bolt that's maybe slotted to come over here some more. I can't find a name on the lift anywhere. When I was bolting it down, I swear I seen a sticker with the name of the lift somewhere. This is just certification. I don't know, somebody might have worked at Mike Shad, or this was in Mike Shad Ford at one time. I don't know how to find anything about this lift. I don't know, but I'm thinking it might take like a special bolt that is like thinner around here, if that makes sense. Not a full bolt. I don't know. I really got to figure that out. Right now I'm having to tap it over with a hammer to get it down because it's so hard to get over. I have no idea, honestly. It's a little frustrating because I think when I picked it up, everything worked fine. Of course, it's been years ago. So I don't know. Me and my buddy got in there and we sprayed a bunch of like penetrating oil and tried to soak everything down, hoping maybe it was just a little stiff. I don't know. Anyways, all right, let me get to work. I don't know. All right, now I get to open up all the, get to turn on all the air and see if we have any leaks. Got the air compressor plumbed up. I got a reel there. I got another reel down there, and then my heavy duty reel I put between the car lift and the truck side. So here's to let us know if we got any air leaks. I bet you all these airlines probably hold 50 gallons of air.
Oh, yeah.
We got a little bit of an air leak around this. Turn this fan off. This kit's really nice too because anywhere you want to connect air, it comes with these nice aluminum blocks and you can plug in different things, and they come with all these shutoff valves for every single, I don't know if that's on or off, but it comes with an off switch or a ball valve for everywhere. So we've got a ball valve for that and that. So if you blow a hose, you don't have to shut your whole system down. You can just go and turn off the section. Oh, we got a cut in the hose. See, so now I can shut that off. Cut this hose back a little further. You got boogered up somehow. So we got an air leak there. We'll go check this one over here. I think I told you guys I got some metal shelves coming so we can start stacking some more of this junk. Let's see, this one's down. I can hear an air leak here. But I don't know from where. There's another one of these plugs on the inside here. That's where it sounds like it's coming from, the inside of that. I can't remember if I put thread sealant on that and tighten that up or not. One way to find out, we take it back off. So we got to fix this hose over here, and then we got to figure out why that's leaking. And then, okay, so off is up and down, so on would be straight. I don't know if I mentioned it or not either. I thought I had to run CM wire in here, but they only require it if it's outdoors. Okay, so that one's good. We just have to fix that hose and then figure out why that one's leaking. And then our air setup. And then if I ever want to add, I'd like to add probably another spool. I'll probably run the line down and maybe come halfway into the building and put another spool down here. All right, so it's been a couple days since I talked to you guys. I have been working my butt off in this shop. It has been some very long nights, and it's almost there. So I just kind of want to show you guys what's been going on here. We got the Ferrari pulled in. Pulled the Ferrari in. That's where it's probably gonna live. We pulled all the motorcycles in. We got the Mustang in. So I ordered 2 of these shelves to begin with. Filled up the 2 shelves. Ordered 2 more. One of the shelves came super damaged, so they got to send me a new one. We're going to pile all of our junk on this. I've got a bunch of pegboard up now. I've built this. I've always wanted like a rolling workstation. And I feel like I built it pretty good. I've got studs everywhere. I mean, it should hold a decent amount of weight. Then I stuck some wheels on it so I can roll it around wherever I need it. And then come to find out, I just made it level with this other rolling toolbox that we have. We've got a bunch of shelves built now. I've got a bunch of my tools out now. Been working a little bit on the welding station here with all my welding stuff. Still in search of a decent welding table. Haven't pulled a trigger on anything like that yet. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is got to figure out what to do with my ladders and things like that. I've got one of those big push broom lawnmower deals to sweep all this stuff up. I started blowing it with the leaf blower, and then it just gets like super crazy dusty in here. And it just turns into a mess. So I've just been kind of push brooming every once in a while. Cut a bunch of wood. That's why we got a bunch of sawdust here. Mustang's pulled in. This is probably where it's going to live. Been looking at some 4-posts. I thought about maybe putting a 4-post here where the car is, but I don't know that we can get any... Ooh, this thing's flashing weird like Lita's was. So I read to change the frame rate. I'm at 48 frames per second right now. I don't see the weird lines. LED lights are really weird with cameras because these are actually flashing and you can't see it with the naked eye. And so if the camera isn't taking frames at the right frame rate, it'll make it look weird. Anyways, 4-post lift. Considered putting a 4-post lift here. Not exactly sure if that's going to work. Maybe I'll move the bikes and we'll put the 4-post lift in front of the 2-post lift. I'll have to take some measurements here. I haven't actually measured. The plan would be so I could stack my cars in here, because I do plan on buying more cars. Pretty much just a bunch of junk on the shelves that I'll have to go through one day. I tried to slowly go through a bunch of my stuff, but there's just so much stuff. I mean, I've got hundreds of RC car stuff, old turbo kits, just a bunch of pile of Christmas stuff. Oh, I got the, I don't know if I showed you guys. Went ahead and decided to put this inside only because I didn't want it to look like a sore thumb out here. If I didn't do a good enough job building a little room, shut up! Building a little room for the air compressor out here or even anywhere. I don't know. Anyways, Dad came over. He talked me into buying some rubber feet for the bottom of the air compressor. So now they're red-headed in. This is that shelf that came super damaged. I mean, the shelves are completely, the corners are blown off. Contacted Amazon. Amazon's, I tell you what, we can give you $17 off, because there's actually 2 of these that are messed up. But I just went ahead and put one together, and it wasn't as bad as that. I'm like, no way. Okay, we can offer you $24. No. And I was like, just send me a new one. So they're going to be coming and picking this one up. And anyways. Oh, we got all our air hoses. I think I showed you guys the air hoses because we had one leaking. I took that thing back apart, sealed it up. It's still got a slight leak to it. But air compressor's mounted. I mean, it's a little loud. See if we can turn it on in here. The loudest part is this cage is rattling. I still haven't looked at that. But, I mean, to be honest, it's a shop. it's only gonna ever really be me working in here. So it's not, it's a pretty efficient air compressor. I think it's 24 CFMs, 20 something CFMs, which is massive. 25 CFMs. 25 CFMs at 90 PSI, which is freaking incredible. So air spools are up. I don't know. This is pretty much it though. It's, I've worked harder on this shop than I've ever worked on the road. And it's, oh, today is Sunday, by the way. We had to take the truck and trailer in for a annual inspection. They found that 3 of the seals on the trailer are leaking again. So come tomorrow, which will be Monday, they're gonna be replacing the seals. And then we still have to bring the truck back here to clean it up. I have to change the oil in the APU. And there's a board. I don't know if I showed you guys. There's a board on the trailer that when we loaded the forklift to do this building, got busted up pretty good for some reason. I don't know if it had a knot, and when the guy loaded it, it hit just right, but it cracked it up pretty good. So I think I want to replace that before we go out. But I just want to give you guys a quick update on the shop. It's been a lot of work. I've been out here till 2 or 3 in the morning a lot. I mean, just going through and building these shelves and trying to figure out where to put everything has just been a lot of work. So I'm pretty happy with it so far. I think that one time I don't know if I said this on camera or not. I said if I had it to do all over again, I wouldn't have done 2 14 by 14 doors. I would have done a 14 by 14 and then maybe 2 regular doors. After pulling the Ford in here and after pulling the hearse in here, I am now glad that we have 2 14 by 14 doors, because it is a tight little turn to come in through here and then a turn in this way. And you couldn't have done that with a regular garage door. So I am happy again that I went with 2 14 by 14 doors, because I mean, I could have gone with like a 14 by like 10, but then it would have made it look like the building had a sleepy eye. So anyways, everything's been working great. I also don't know if I mentioned, when they were here, 2 of these doors were messing up. These doors used to open up the other way. See how that one opens up this way? That one used to open up that way too. And we just couldn't get the doors to close properly. So as I was writing the last check, I just kind of went around and did a quick little looky, and this door and the back door, you could not get to close. Like, you had to slam the crap out of it. In fact, that night, I was trying to close this door because it was getting windy, and I pulled the door so hard I snapped the doorknobs off. So it's now working as it's supposed to, which is great because it was not working at all. Anyways, this is it. So next time you guys see us, maybe I'll show you guys a clip of what it'll look like when we pull the semi truck in here, and pretty much the next time you guys see us, we'll be back on the road. We're trying to go back out on the road and make some money. Another thing I want to touch on is it's pretty hot in here. The fans are now in California. They're being shipped from California. So I don't know if those will probably have to wait till we get back. It's pretty hot in this building. I found if I open all the doors and I've got this big giant fan. If I put one of these fans, trying to get airflow through here, it's not as bad, but it's pretty hot in here. I've tried contacting a couple of insulation people, and without them coming to actually look at the building, they're giving me estimates of spray foam for $20,000 to $30,000 to spray foam this. So, but I did tell Lita, we've almost got our house paid off. as soon as we pay off the house, I'm probably gonna spray foam this, and I'll have to put some type of air in here. We're gonna have to do something because it's which it's been abnormally hot in here for the time of year it is right now. But the summer's gonna be brutal. I'm hoping with the ceiling fans, we're gonna attempt with the ceiling fans. If that doesn't fix anything, I'm gonna go ahead and put some vent fans up in the peaks on both sides. And then if that doesn't fix anything, we're gonna spray foam this thing. Anyways, I guess we'll see you guys tomorrow when we bring the truck home to clean it up. That is if they finish it tomorrow. They should finish it tomorrow. I don't know. I guess we'll see. All right, we've got a shop full. Went and picked up the truck a little bit ago. I didn't realize it, but this thing's a little over 30 feet long. My RV's 34. We've got some room back here still, and I pulled in enough I could drop the cattle thing and open the hood if that door's closed. But that's what it looks like with the semi-truck in the shop. Oh, our fans arrived. FedEx left them just laying out there by the mailbox at the road. Good old FedEx. Yeah. So Lita's gonna get this thing cleaned up. I gotta change the oil in the APU. I've been polishing on her car this morning, getting her all shined up. Wow, this is what it looks like though with a full shop. Oh, it was, man, they charged me the bill was $2,000. So I got the inspection on the truck and the trailer. They found 3 leaking wheel seals on the trailer. I only knew of 1, and I checked that oil in those hubs all the time. And then they said we had an airbag that went bad. And then what else did they find? Airbag. I had them put those 2 new tires on the trailer. Let me see, I got the receipt in here somewhere. Let's see, they had to replace a hubcap, wheel seal, airbag, oil cap. It's $1,000 for labor. Tire disposal, brake shoes. Yeah, that's it, brake shoes too. Man, $2,000. All right, well, I need to get to work on this. I just cleaned this shop out. This thing was spotless, and then we brought Lita's car in. The driveway's an absolute mess. I got to call a driveway guy. We're tracking dirt in every single time. Anyways, that's the truck in the shop. Plenty of room up there, huh? First fan is up. Well, let's see what this thing's like, baby. Speed 1 right here. Alright, so let me see. So that's going clockwise. So do we want clockwise for the summertime? Double check that.
Is that the highest?
Yeah, I think that's the highest. But I can't tell if it's blowing down or up. I mean, it's not there so you can feel it like this.
Yeah.
It's there to get the hot air out of the top. Do you think it's blowing down or up?
I think it's blowing up. I feel like if it was blowing down, you would be able to feel something.
I think I can feel a little something.
I don't know.
Let's switch it. Ain't a bad looking fan.
Yeah, it looks nice. I'm sure it's gonna do something.
I mean, I could have put that longer stick on it to drop it down.
I don't.
What I was afraid of, if this fan comes down past these lights, you're gonna see like a shadow on the ground.
Yeah, I don't know if dropping it would have done anything.
I think it goes through like a little safety check. I think you're right, man. I think that was. Letting it start up here and then we'll put it on 6. 6, baby, hit me. Yeah, I can feel it now. It's gonna take a minute to get that hot air out of that roof.
Yeah, it feels like you're up there, down here now.
So it needs to go counterclockwise for summer.
Yeah, you can feel a breeze from it.
Whee! One down. All right, it is now 8:30. The temperature has probably dropped 20 or 30 degrees. Let me see what it says it is now. It says it's 71 degrees in Valdosta. It feels absolutely amazing in here. So we got the semi-truck pulled out. We moved the Mustang over with the casters. I started working on Lita's car. It has we ordered the wrong radiator. 2 different radiators. One that has an oil cooler built in, which I didn't see. I didn't see that it had an oil cooler. So there's 2 lines on this side. And turns out it is the most expensive radiator.
Of course it is.
So we've got to send that one back. But we're going to finish up this last fan while it's nice and cool. It feels absolutely amazing in here. 71 degrees. I almost need a hoodie. Ladder set up. Truck's moved. Let's get it. I've already went through, pre-built all the fan blades. I've got the motor ready. All I have to do is mount the bracket, mount the motor, throw the blades on. What you think, woman?
Yeah.
I kind of wish it would have dropped this one down with the 2 extension poles that it came with. But it's there where it is now. Can't drop that one down because the semi truck. Oh, you sleepy?
I'm alright. Okay.
Both fans are up. Question is, pretty sure this one remote will work both fans. But if this one's spinning backwards, well, that one's already going. I guess it just remembers. Did it just turn it off? Maybe this,
2 remotes.
yeah, I know there's 2 remotes, but I just figured they both use the same frequency. I'm kind of glad they don't, because I didn't think about it. If one of them's in the wrong direction, how do we fix it? I'd have to go up there and unhook one or something. You know?
Just gotta put some Velcro on them. Stick them
Well,
somewhere.
They've got these little clips that you can like screw into something, and then there's like a remote holder.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I think it's going that way. Yeah. It's like it does a safety check. Notice how it goes back and forth?
Yeah.
You can feel some wind moving now.
Yeah.
My hair blowing in the wind like the chick with the skirt, the dress, Marilyn Monroe. Yeah, it's moving some air.
Yay.
2 more fans. Put one there. Put one way down there. Yeah, we'll have to see how it goes. If it's blowing that stuff around the cat's chasing it.
What a jerk.
Get it, Mr. Kitty. Get it, Mr. Mama Kitty. Sweet. Both fans are That's exciting. That second one went a lot faster, huh?
Yeah.
Being that we knew what was going on this time. It's 67 degrees out now. Awesome. I'll back this semi back in. We can close these doors.
Get all these cats out of here. Look at this. So many cats. Gotta check the truck for cats.
Yeah, I'm sure once I started up, they'll freak out. I forget, I was gonna let Pepper ride with me. Maybe I was pulling the Fiero back here. And she was in there like loving on me, and I started up and
She was like, nah.
no way. So I had to stick a jack stand under here because I wanted it up just a little bit, but it's not up to the first click. I think the first click starts up here. So I just raised it up, put some jacks under there, and just lowered it back down. I don't have to lean over so far to get your radiator out.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can feel some air moving, man.
Yeah. Yeah, those are gonna help.
Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
What you think?
That's gonna be nice. Cool. Lito will clean up this mess. I'll back the semi truck in. We can close some doors. Man. That's awesome. I should have measured one. Does that look like 100 inches? They have like a 86 and then 100. And I don't think the boxes say which one it is. I could look up that number. Wouldn't that be some shit? They send us the smaller ones because they're idiots. That's a 100-inch. Home Depot carries them. I should have ordered through Home Depot. Damn, they make a 120-inch for $388. This one was $270. Was $300. I don't know what I paid, honestly. I probably overpaid because I bet I would have got free. Yeah, I would have got free shipping through these guys. Cool. Back up, clean up.